A hearing to determine whether the man accused of killing 10 people at a King Soopers in Boulder has wrapped. Now a judge must decide whether the suspect is competent and if the case can finally go to trial. Families had to wait years. 9 News reporter Kelly Rinke sat in on court today, and Kelly, we learned a lot about what the suspect had planned that day.
Yeah, new details we didn't know before. A psychologist testified Ahmad Alissi had hallucinations on the day of the attack, and he intended to commit suicide by cop that day. 2 years later, the man who has schizophrenia was bouncing in his chair as the families of those 10 victims were sitting behind him. Those families, by the way, took up nearly half of this courtroom. This hearing is crucial in this case because this testimony will help a judge decide if the case is ready to go to trial. The suspect had been deemed incompetent for nearly 2 years. He had been receiving treatment at a mental health hospital in Pueblo, and then an evaluation last month found he had been restored to competency. That forensic psychologist who performed those competency evaluations told the court his communication improved and his thinking was more reasonable after he was forced to take medication starting this past March. She testified he seemed more willing to talk about the case during an evaluation in August. It's a big reason she determined he had been restored to competency. He even shared with her that a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity was his preferred legal strategy. The defense is arguing that he has a serious mental health illness, and just a little bit of improvement doesn't mean he's been restored to competency. Now this judge is going to take all of this testimony and she will make a decision sometime early next week. A preliminary hearing has been set for November if the judge, Alex, decides that this suspect is indeed competent for trial.
Massive decision a lot of people are waiting on, and maybe hearing about the improved disposition today of the suspect gives some of these families hope that there will be a trial.
Yeah, just for context here, for a person to be restored to competency, on average, we learned today, is around 90 days. So the fact that it's been nearly 2 years for this to be an issue is a long time, a lot of delays. Families just want to see some progress.
Awaiting the judge's decision now. Kelly, thank you.